to All Things Creative. Here in my channel we talk about mostly knitting, but we can cover some crochet, we can cover cross stitch, any kind of embroidery. Welcome to my second video. This feels strange, but I just wanted to update you guys on what I've been doing this last week, or more so this weekend. I typically knit maybe 3 days out of the week or 2. So my name is Emily, and if you've seen my previous video, thank you, I appreciate it. But let's get into it. So I've finished actually a couple of things that I mentioned last week, and one of the items was the cute little socks for my daughter, which is a Christmas gift, a surprise, I guess. These are the colors that she picked, and let me put my music a little bit down. These are the colors that she picked, and these are the cute little socks that I finished. She wanted red and blue. The pattern that I used is, you know what, I will put a picture of it because I really don't remember now. I believe it was Summer Leaf pattern. I just did my own like 2x2 with different colors, and it was very easy. This is kind of what it looks like on the inside. This is made out of Filcolana woolly yarn. I shared this one last week. It's not the softest, I would say, but it will keep her cozy and toasty, especially when it's like really cold outside and freezy and frozen and like snowy. She can put it with her boots. Anyway, they're really cute. Yay! I like them. The next project I finished is for my son. He also requested 2 colors. I picked out 2 colors that he really liked for his socks, and these are the 2 little socks that I made for him. They're really cute. They're definitely wider on this part, but I did like the classic little heel stuff. 2x2 again. For some reason I really like 2x2. I think because they can fit tighter and not as loose. And I just did, I think this is every 4 row I changed color, and obviously the decreases on this part with a solid color, and so is the heel. But they're so itty bitty, and yeah, I'm really excited. These are also very woolly, very warm. We live in Oklahoma, so it's not like the coldest weather, though, excuse me, we do get cold weather. We just don't get much snow, but yeah, it gets really cold. And maybe like a couple weeks out of the year we actually get to wear these. You might actually get to wear these, and that would be really fun. But anyway, these are really cute. I knitted these, I think these took me 2 nights. Well, by nights I mean like I start in the afternoon and then I go till like 10 or 11 p.m. so closer to like 2 days. These are probably like a day and a half. They're very cute. The next thing I did were mittens, and I'm looking here so I can see what my pattern is. I will actually insert it somewhere here where you can actually see what I was working on, but I believe the pattern's name is Sedema mittens. I don't know how to pronounce that to save my life, but here's a picture. I don't know if you can see it. So I have actually ended up making 2 routes of this. So the first time I started, I realized that the mitten was very small, and I don't know what it is. You know what, let me just show you. So this is the mitten. I finished 1, and if you can kind of tell, it has little cables on it, which is the thing that really drew me to the mittens, which I thought they were really cute. Except for some reason they kept turning out really tight, and I think that's because of the pattern of the cables. So I redone them twice. The first time I think I finished it like here without the thumb, and then I decided to change the amount of stitches I'm using, and also added actually 2 extra cables on the sides, which was easy, that's fine. And then still when I put it on, like, it is just looking kind of small, and my hands are generally kind of small. Like, it fits, but I didn't want to keep going lengthwise because it was getting like really skinny and not looking very good. It's really cute for, you know, right now. But I thought what I would do is actually make another one and give these to my daughter for Christmas, because they're very woolly, very cute. The yarn I used was this. I actually picked this up at one of the stores that I visited in Branson, Missouri. And for some reason this brand draws me in because the yarn is so soft and kind of fluffy. I don't know if you can kind of tell. It's like fluffy spun, I guess is what you would call it. And this was on sale, so I grabbed it by this brand Marisol. It's alpaca. And I know some people say that alpaca can stretch out and stuff, but I really like the way it feels. It's really soft. And so I grabbed the white one that they had. And if you're curious, this is 42% baby alpaca, and then 42% extra fine merino wool, and 16% polyamide. This is color 103 russet. It's kind of a lighter brown. And then the other color I also have is blue, which I was thinking of making something for my son out of this. Maybe like a hat. Anyway, going back to these mittens. This one turned out really adorable, but I had to use 2 patterns to make this mitten, which is really annoying. One was like just a classic different sizes and decreases. I did my own decreases. I like stopped following the pattern by this lady. The only thing I did do was I took her knitting chart and I added 2 extra cables to my own. I did basically my own thing. And I think it's cute and I love it. Again, I love the cables on it and it's very fluffy. I was just hoping that I wouldn't have to struggle so much, I guess. Anyway, that's that. So I'm gonna finish the other one, and I'm hoping to start on the other projects. So I'm thinking if I were to make another pair of mittens for myself, which I probably will at some point. Currently I'm kind of mitted it out a little bit. I just realized I've dropped a look at this. I don't know if you can see, but there is a little dropped stitch, and that's really funny. The fact that the pattern is still going on okay. Okay, I haven't noticed that until now. That's okay. It's why it's handmade. Kind of like if you look at the sock. You wouldn't notice that there's any issues here, right? But red stitch instead of blue. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll keep going, right? Anyway, so if I were to make another pair of mittens, which I probably will, I'd probably do these Kilo Lapa set by Sonja Suttersford. I don't know how to pronounce her name to save my life, but they're also kind of cabled. I've been drawn to cables lately, obviously. And they look really cute. They got more like patterns to it, and people have done them more than the pattern that I picked from this other lady, which is okay. Now, have I started knitting on the cardigan that I talked about last week? No. Because there's only so much time in my life, right? right now things are getting busy. I'm really wanting to, I'm sorry I keep looking, I'm looking at the patterns that I want to show you guys that I worked on. So this is the other mitten called Mittens for All Knit by Jody Lavanda, which is great pattern actually if you guys are interested in making plain mittens. Use her pattern, she is great. There is adult sizes, man, woman, and children's, and I think babies if I'm not wrong. I also think it's free, pattern's free, great. And let's see, I thought these were really cute if I were to make a pair. And this is Door Mittens by Netlid. Interesting name, but anyway, then I wanted to share with you guys what I wanted to work on, or will proceed on later after I finish the other mitten. So I don't know if you guys have heard, some of you have, some of you may have not, but a brand named Yarnable. They are a subscription box. I'm not advertising anything, I'm just paying my own, and I love their yarn. It's really wonderful. So I get two, a set of full one, like this was last month, October. I don't know if you can tell, it's really pretty. And October 2025, and there's this yellow one that came with it. You could do either just this without the yellow or together. I did a bundle. It comes in a little bag. Excuse me. And usually it has, where did I put my other pieces? Like other extra goodies, like maybe a charm. With October box, it came with a, oh my word, where did I put? It came, oh yeah, here. It came with this cute little charm, which is kind of plain little black bat. And then it came with these cute little coasters for the car holders, which I could definitely use some because mine are messy. So that is good. And it just fell. Anyway, so what was I going to say? So I've gotten a couple of these. I've been subscribed for the last 4 months. And so this was from August, just to kind of show you guys, like this is really pretty colorway. It's like, focus baby, come on. It has some blues, some cream. It's really lovely, kind of a soft shade. And it came with this pretty little blue to go together. Like one is a full size and one is like half, I would say. Which is pretty good for what you get. And this is like fingering weight, sock weight, basically. And then there was this one, these two, this is the main color. I believe this was September, if I'm not wrong. Actually, it should say here, yep, this is September. And I thought this was really cute, very well picked out. And I showed you guys October, and this November month, it came, so this is the bag that they come with, aside from like the main packaging name. It's just a plain little package, which is really kind of nice. You can carry this with you if you like making a pair of socks. Carry that with you, easy peasy, right? It's handmade, I'm pretty sure. And so this is the main colorway. So this is what they look like typically. And I thought this was really pretty. It's giving me Christmas vibes, which I love. Purple, I like purple. And greens, I love greens. This is Plush Sock Wild Current is the name. November. It's very, very soft. The yarn is very soft too. And this is the other one that it came with. Kind of a brighter green, I would say, to match the two. What I thought of doing with these though is making like a triangle blanket, because I'm like, well, I could make socks out of these, but I didn't want to have to make every month a pair of socks out of these yarns because they're so pretty. And I love socks, but I don't want like all the socks, just the socks, you know what I'm saying? And so I've decided if I were to do something like this, like as a blanket as I go from months to months. This is 08 Knitted Triangle Sampler Afghan, but you can just keep going on this, and alternating, you know, like repeating colors and stuff like that, which I thought would be really fun. And I think that would be really cute. Yeah, I thought that would be really fun to do. Now, will I start this sooner? I don't know. But I've been thinking about things. The other thing I wanted to share, and I guess this is where we'll be talking about like things that I'm hoping to make at some point. Whether it's this year or next year, probably next year. Let's see, so I really would like to make a Stay Toasty scarf. I don't know yet what colors, although I might have an idea. I have a couple of like green yarns that are something along the lines of this friend, kind of like fuzzy. I think it's a little bit thinner though. I might combine two, but anyway, I thought I could make that. Just the thought of having something like small. I know everybody's like obsessing about these little scarves right now, and there's so many that are popular. The reason I like this one is because it has these like skinny little strings all around, so it's not too thick, and you can wrap it a couple times around your neck and it would look cute, I think. Kind of what drew me to it. And then I really want to make a water bottle cozy, a heated water bottle, you know, the rubbery one. There are a couple options. Like this one was cute. Hopefully you can see. And I want something Christmassy. But I also thought this was adorable. I found this pattern, like little chickens. I love chickens. And geese and ducks. Just something Christmassy. I might make these for Christmas, for my family. I have to see if I have time, but these are adorable. And yeah, so you know when your brain is loading, it's loading, right? The other mittens were crow mittens that I thought of, which were really cute too. I've been into cables. Now I'm not a fan of, like I am a fan, but I'm not drawn to cables for jackets or sweaters. I would say more so socks, mittens, and like hats. And actually, the very first cables I've done were from my grandma. And it was a hat, and I really liked it, and I thought it was cool. I like a little bit of detail to it where you have to like do little things, and that kind of keeps me going versus just kind of a plain knit, which I don't mind sometimes when I'm super tired, but it bores me. Anyway, well, that's all I have to say for this week, I guess. I will be working on the next mitten, and I will most likely start on the stuffy for one of my children for Christmas. I'm kind of on a making gifts for my children marathon right now because I have like a month and a half before Christmas, and yeah, I'm one of those last minute items. Well, you guys, I have to show you something. Look at this cute mug. Isn't it adorable? It's like Christmassy. Burlington. You guys check it out. They have cute mugs there. There's one like gingerbread man. There's like gingerbread house that I found. It's actually huge. Like my head is big and this is big too. Yes, or I'm sure TJ Maxx has some options too. So anyway, well, thank you for sticking around with me. I usually watch these videos probably like in the mornings when I'm getting ready and I'm bored, or in the evenings when I don't know what to do and just knit and watch some of you guys' videos, or yeah, so this has been really fun. Thank you for sticking around if you have. Again, my name is Emily. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!